Hello and welcome to PowerPointer 257 second C++ tutorial video. In this video, we are going to be covering just some fundamentals of integer addition, subtraction, multiplication, and just general C++ math. Math tends to scare a lot of aspiring or new programmers away, just the thought of it. But the reality is, unless you're going into very upper level CS such as AI or whatnot, a lot of realms of CS, especially on a beginner level, don't really involve much math aside from math that's really trivial. And I'll show you some of that today. So most of the stuff I'll be showing you today is stuff that you'll be able to apply for a long time, assuming you stick with C++. So briefly, I haven't gone into data types yet. That'll be one of my next videos. But we're just going to start with integers. So integers, say integer a right now. So when I'm declaring an integer, what I'm doing right here is I'm creating a space in memory. But I'm creating a space of memory first and foremost, but right now I'm not assigning a value to it. There's no value in that space of memory. Now, if I go to this next line and I say a is equal to 4, and print out a, prints out the value 4. Because now, in this space, looks up this in the space of memory, and a has the value of 4. So now, let's say I wanted to see what a squared is, right? What are we gonna do? We're gonna there's a couple things we could do. One is you could include a library. You could include what is called pound include CMath, and you could actually you probably won't use this very much, but I guess you could go pow of 4 2. Let's comment this out. See how. This is for squared. Oh, sorry, I typed in L instead of a semicolon. I'm stupid, sorry. 16. So basically what we did, we raised 4 to the power of 2. If I were to put a in here, it's going to give us the same result because a holds the value of 4. Until you do what you can call redefining or redeclaring a variable, let's say on this next line, I'd say a is equal to 7. I changed my mind. Now there's going to be 49. Because now we told the compiler a is no longer equal to 4, it's equal to 7 now. We can do this with an integer. But going back to it, this actually kind of distracted me from a point. So, I mean, if you want to use the CMath and you wonder how to square something using CMath, this is how. But you're probably not going to be using that too much. But the more trivial way would just be multiplying a times a. And the syntax of how we multiply something in C++ is this little star, with just one of them. That's all you need for multiplying something. In C++, it's not like Python, where there's Python, I believe, if you have 2 stars, that's how you square something. That's not how you do it in C++. You got a compiler error. In C++, if we're just trying to multiply something, a times a in this case, you just use that star. There you go. Remember, it's 49, not 7, because we redeclared it here. So if we commented this out, it's going to be 16 still. So this is just a brief intro of multiplication. So now before I go, just trying to make this a brief video. Let's say we wanted to just add 2 to a. So there's a couple things we could do. Obviously, you could say a is equal to a plus 2. This might be your initial thought. All right, sorry, a plus 2. See out a, and we're going to see this equals 6. Yeah. So, but this, writing this a and the a on one side and a and again, if you're working with a group of people, this might, be a little less readable. And general C++ practice, instead of doing this, we actually kind of have a built-in syntax, and it's a plus equals to 2. Let's comment this out. So now what we're doing here is the exact same thing as we're doing right here. Is we're saying, so plus equals means equals to what's on the left, which in this case a, plus this number right here. As we see, oh sorry, I forgot semicolon, my bad, sorry. 6. Okay, now we could technically just do the same thing with minus equals, and this will be equal to 2. Once again, minus equals means the number on the left, a minus this number right here. Typically, minus equals is a little bit less used just because, especially when you're doing things with strings, sometimes we might be making a program that creates a kind of a right triangle of these stars. That sometimes can be done with, by using the plus equals operator and adding to strings, but it can't, you'll get an error if you try to do something like that, going from the top down and using the minus equals. So it's a little bit less used than the plus equals, but that's just very briefly. So if there's a few things to take away from this video, how to declare a variable, just simple syntax like this, integer, whatever, semicolon, how to set it equal to something. You can, instead of right here, you can also go int a is equal to 4 and this is called initializing it, just giving it an initial value right off the bat. And this will run perfectly well. So if you want to go back and rewatch the video, there's a few topics I threw at you, but I really just made this to preface for my next video, which will be user input. And so till next time, guys, I hope you keep programming, keep watching, and thank you so much.